Americas, teams have just
Mr.
gotten a lot
Pistol,
better
Lev. What maps we
using the
got?
util,
Split
using
picked by SEN.
classics.
Breeze,
It's
Binds.
not just in America
Alright,
as
why
well.
does this look
Happening globally right now. King is pulling attention towards A. Sentinels have already rotated, expecting some kind of pivot.
Let me upload this photo
Nobody home
fast.
on the A side. Yeah, but no rifle dropped. He was only running with a ghost, so it's not a huge opening in the round for Sentinels. They'll need a little more.
So Vitality, K-Corp, and
him and Aspas hunting for
Koi
some more kills.
play-ins.
Love to fill up the ult meter. Guardian not getting the job done, but will he expect Tex tucked? Just a bit of bait, swinging round 10. Oh my! Still good for the one, but eventually with the trade now dropping down onto the site. You feel the pressure mounting.
Wait.
Onto Com. Has
Wait,
to
they're
really
gonna
adjust the aim here just for the
really
pull.
close
The
to the
damage
Nico.
definitely being pumped into them. Zelsis from the back here. Pull. First line of
Astrosok
defense
is still
onto
planning
this
for
one,
B main as well.
dissuading
Time's
this
getting a
from
little bit
the
low.
crowd. Taking
Mazzino.
damage, Mazzino with the
Look at the
rifle. So
HP on that
scrappy
duel
and
15.
weak and winnable. No planted. Out wide. Second with the ghost. That was earned a little bit earlier. Sticky. Sassy.
Oh my.
Goodness.
Oh my.
unbelievable.
What a shot.
The
How on
consistency
earth?
in the ecos. And I think the biggest playmaker, yes, it was still tight
What a
towards
shot
the
from
end,
Zekken, by
but
the way.
The biggest playmaker in that round is Tens with a classic, in my
The
opinion.
belief.
Because the way
The
that he
belief
just
to stick
broke that
this.
hold, I mean, obviously King
Hill goes
early,
down
but
on
it's
his
this
own,
one.
gives them a gun.
Double headshot and so much damage there.
10
onto
solos.
Aspas.
Dude, look at the pathing.
Broke
It's
Leviathan's
the
attempt
space
to go
it's
and take
spawning.
some other portion of the map. These second round kind of eco wins have been more than 50% higher than they were last year. I think that's absurd.
It's ludicrous.
Wait,
I
that
think
is
it's because teams,
that is
in a
mad.
weird kind of way, are being forced to play around the utility instead of just relying
Yeah,
on
it
hero
literally is
plays.
that. It's the fact that everyone has a classic, so they have to make plans. And no one before in their ecos, like everyone in their ecos before, they literally just were just like, damn, dude, let's just
And of course,
play sheriffs in
Aspas
armor and
could
get
still be
headshots.
an incredible danger in this round too.
Refresh YouTube, yeah, thank you, thank you. I'll do it in a
The
sec.
rifle will be retrievable.
YouTube stream, I'm gonna reset.
Out through mid.
Leviathan playing this eco round as the Sisterhood of the Traveling Vandal. Just dropping the gun around, seeing if
Chat, what
anybody
day is
can
this in
make
America?
use
Is
of it.
any idea?
It's Texas' turn. Free aim in the right spot there. Through the wall, no bullets connecting. Flash with the repeat.
Day 5, day
Used
6,
in
day
time.
7?
Util still creeping up.
7?
onto the
7 sounds
angle,
about
but
right.
will
Quite a few of you
crosshair
posted
placement
it.
Be good enough.
Thank you.
Lots to manage, lots to watch out for. That is a dirty angle. Zelsis, he wants a little bit more here. Pushing all the way up, clearing out the players. Pesky problems up into heaven, so a clean one for Sentinels, flawless.
Alright, nice, nice, nice.
They've dealt with any danger there and got themselves started nicely on this defense half. One of the things to keep an eye on is that
Chat
Leviathan during
flashbang.
their game
Hold
with
up, let's
Cloud,
wait for this.
the desk had a lot of criticism for them being a little sloppy, timings being off, the fundamentals not
Okay,
quite being
flashbang,
there.
watch out. 3,
So that's
2,
a
1.
big area for us to be paying attention to as Leviathan start their attack side. They need this one, otherwise their economy is going to be flat again.
You see a bit of a skirmish breaking out now, out into B main. One-way smoke, round the corner, disrespect shown by Aspas. Dash though. Used to get out of dodge, still holding close to the corner. That is Sassy, choosing
I
to
didn't
use
mind this back.
just a trailblazer. Gets confirmation that there are a few players tucked still now into B main, losing control of it.
That's extremely early in the round for Aspas to be using his dash. They're not going to have that to be able to get into sight. It does make it difficult to run this burst dive comp without a dash engage. So they're
Everything's set
drawing
up.
out good
I'm back.
utility from Sentinels. Now the question is, are they actually able to use the other minute on the clock to go and take some space and make it easier for them to get into sight?
Smoke's refreshed. See Com, he's got Trailblazer being held into his hand. Not going into the direction of market though, Zelsis. Doesn't expect that. The text could have already crossed, so
Yeah, I love.
overzealous
You
is
know
the
when people are
approach.
heavy holding over towards smoke middle? I love that. The double satchel into the corner. I just think
Taking
it's
that
such a
first
strong
advantage
pose.
now to
I mean,
Lev
not even a
with
double satchel. We kind of just
38
sent it there with a
seconds,
vision
ticking
block.
down steadily. There's danger here that they might run out of time, but now you might just see a bit of an explosion out towards heaven with the flash. Sets that one up. Taking all that space off angle by Zekken. What can he do with a rifle? Satchel. So he can delay and deny. That's just Sassy with the Spectre still. Double drop down, too much to deal with. Playing close to the pillar, you got a crossfire setup from SEN. They're really just trying to evade capture, but Aspas doing so much for them. 12 seconds, remember, time becomes an issue, especially with 10s holding
Oh,
close.
John QT does good here. Keep an eye on the time. They could have pushed him, right? It's close. He can just swing. It's so close. Oh my! Dude, I've never seen it closer.
Unbelievable that Sentinels are able to win that round.
I've actually never seen it closer.
Hiding in a corner,
John QT gets the most important kill. 7
John
seconds
to play
spike
in,
drops.
and then John just hides. I mean, if we can get a replay and look at the milliseconds on the clock here, it's gotta be
it's insanely close.
Single-digit milliseconds that made the difference. It was extraordinarily close.
Nailbiter, 3-1 lead for SEN.
He's calm with it though. Fair
Defense
play.
side is going to be where they're favored. They put a lot of work into this, especially on split, like the analyst was saying. Cram through.
He got tanked down. What a lovely shot from Tex.
That's Tex.
And that's
They
very
take
good
down
awareness from
Omen
Leviathan.
as well. It's
10s
big
fights
kill.
A-ramp. Super aggro in a lot of these rounds.
Aspas, seen him do this one before. Updraft over the top. Now a dash as well. Follows it up before the util. Sassy, he's still alive. Just maintaining that ground. Flash through. That's a peek from the rest of his team. It's connecting onto everybody. Blind as anything. Aspas through the main angle. It's being watched for, and he's a lone player.
Two knives,
Left
need to reset.
So much here. Aspas,
I mean, he has a gun,
we know
to
he's
be fair.
capable, but he just cannot land the
Nicely done from
brainstorm.
Zekken. Zekken and Sassy are kind of
And
looking
it's
good.
another lovely round from Sen. They were aware when the Vital Wall went up, did 94 damage to Aspas at the start of the round, and then Sassy's anchoring is excellent because it not only
So I was to
does
say,
it,
yeah, in terms of like
find
the
him a
3
pick,
rounds
but
we've
it
seen, the
also
amount of
creates so
times
much
where
pressure on the rest of
someone
Leviathan.
is
It
bailing
actually
out
plays
someone
in
else
the
in
rest of
Sentinels
the
at the
team through
moment, like
heaven.
they are a unit.
You can't focus
They
on
are,
everything
like,
at
fully
once when
together.
Sassy's alive there being such a nuisance. This is already starting to be a little bit of trouble here for Leviathan. They're going to start getting up to big ultimates, but they've let Sen get 4 in a row right now, and one of them was stolen away.
Oh yeah, should have been a guarantee round number 2.
God, the round where they lose to time, if they just are able to get to the spike
Oh yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that.
less than half a second earlier, they are very favored in that post-plant situation. It's really tough for John to win unless he wins by time there. And these fine margins could make all the difference as to whether your dream run to Madrid is alive or not. We saw last year in Americas, the smallest things have cascading impact down the road and completely changed the tide of Valorant history, of who made it to the big tournaments, of who
Goes
won
in
them.
knife anybody.
Exactly. It is.
You guys are talking
a
about
dance
this,
on the
yeah.
finest
Look at
margins
it.
when it comes to the battles of these
Beautiful.
top teams sometimes.
What's being called by Lev here on the other side of this timeout, like we've been calling. I mean, the showstopper Tex definitely could do something with that. All grouped up, 4-1 default. Zeno on the opposite
They
side.
change
of
up
the
on
map
this
here,
one. They
but
have a
they're probably gonna go
Razor
for
if they want to send it into
familiar
sight.
play,
Com,
maybe a fast play
one away
up through
from
ramp, or
his
possibly to the site with the ult. Who knows? Ramp control.
Seekers. I like
So
this.
they're
Fake
aiming
smoke
for.
behind
Again,
with the
this
Asher
kind of
Suck
play
just in case
designed
someone
to
wants to fight
bully
close,
tens,
especially
who
as
is often gonna
Omen
be
was
in that spot.
flashing.
He's actually
And
made the swap
again,
over
like,
to be
you
with
know when
John
people are
Hughes,
doing
so
this
coming out
mid,
of the timeout from
right,
Leviathan,
this is
Sentinels
always the
change up
best.
how they're running
This is
their
the
defensive
classic.
side.
This is the call when you can't get
Enough
through middle.
angles that are just being
How do
spammed
you
down
do
here,
it?
but
Normally, I'm saying,
a lot of
normally,
room to breathe.
Zelsis
Let's put the
should
wall
be panicking, and a lot of
Proper
players
call
would
to
do
clear
this. Zelsis sticks
Oh,
around,
that's
and I
actually
don't
allowing the
think
dog there to take all
Lev
of
are
that
going to think that
space.
he's going to stick
It's
around.
given Lev a much happier time over in heaven.
Yeah, full control of it. Still worried about Ven.
Yeah,
Saspas!
and that's kind of why you
huge
normally
pick.
don't
Lovely
stick around,
adjustment.
because
So much more
when
threat
you
now
lose A
as to
heaven
where
control, you
Leviathan
can get
go in
pinched,
the
and you're
map.
just
They
like,
can be in B heaven
you're
right
just
now,
looking either way.
but instead,
So
Lev,
in my
it
mind, you
looks
kind of
like
messed
the
up
best
here.
call of
Normally, you're
action
meant to
here is
go down middle,
from
pop
heaven
your
to
smoke,
sight
pick up
with
your
Tex's
smoke, and then
ult.
you do your smoke here.
And it's gonna be
Then
so
if you want to
difficult
go
for
A,
Sassy.
you can rotate this way.
Sassy
That's like
marooned,
what
isn't
is
he?
meant to be the
On an
protocol
island
for
in
it.
the corner. This time the nade will clear him out surely. Dash forwards there. Sassy still gets the one. Follow up second, spamming, spraying and praying. Only with the Phantom though, it's damage. Bullets going wide here. Plan for King. Get themselves now into this post plant. Casino from afar will be again the backup, potentially with the stars, but they're already in straight into elbow damage. Weakened. Second on 12 HP.
It's back-to-back rounds where they tried to take heaven control.
How did they get themselves
I know
into
it
this
sounds
when
mad,
it's a
but
maybe
maybe.
the satchel to set up the play, but nobody wants to
Unless
leading the charge. Zekken, we can play a showstopper, and fired. 2 versus 2.
Let's
We're
wait.
gonna move on here. Players round Zekken.
How is this doable?
And trying to do it versus the star player of this team, Aspas. He bides his time. He waits it out. He knows he's got a cross, but he misses the initial shot. A tap. Zekken baiting, but ice cold from Aspas.
Yeah, just counting in his head here. Nicely done from Aspas. I wonder if Zelsis here on the comms was just like, this is my bad, I should have rotated, then I wouldn't call a pause. But otherwise,
not in that
I'd
moment,
probably call a pause of that and be like, bro,
coming out of their timeout round.
don't need to make a hero play that.
Onto Celsius was also a huge one for LEV to be able to get into the site and commit somewhere knowing that their back was clear. Second really made a try of it there though.
All as the lowest player. Really did make it look dangerous.
The coaches listen to the comms in the game. Yeah, there's loads of times where like you might be tempted to call a timeout, but then someone will say in the team, like, oh, we should do this because, or I shouldn't have done this because, and you'll just listen and you're like, okay, well then, I don't need to call a timeout. So you're always like listening into what everyone's saying.
Extremely reminiscent of the game that Finesse called against EG last year. All of this pressure A ramp opens up mid. I mean, you look at it. They've rotated 4 players over to try to deal with any potential A heaven.
Or I absolutely need to call a timeout. Yeah, because this guy wants to do this. He wants to do what? Wait, they're buying with how much money?
Map control into mid though, still being held down for the time being. They're concerned that players are still holding on to that ramp control. SEN.
I think this round, Bren, Comms Seekers are just going to give away that there's nobody anchoring A. If Com decides to use it at some point, they should be able to get a post-plant Viper's pit down. Look, all of the Seekers going up there.
Yeah.
Actually,
one's going into sight, so that does put some concern and consternation into it. Celsius spraying down with a kill trip. Close angle, Zekken still there. Tries to disengage with the satchel, but can't get loose a king.
30 seconds left.
Now,
still there with the hold down
heavy
and the pit.
spawn,
Really
walk, get a bit of map control. Does Sassy have a flash? No flash for Sassy. It's a hard situation.
Places, but it does allow them to get into the site.
Even on 10, super late last.
This is so difficult, so awkward for LEV. They could just get swung through. Sassy, though, has no flash.
First contact for Aspas. That is magical. The reaction times. Fire on all cylinders. Snap to the side.
Oh, 10's looked A ramp, but it's okay. Maybe.
Tapping away. Half of the diffuse on QT. He will be removed. The molly on top, but is it going to be enough, surely? Potentially.
Oh, Zelsis. Oh.
Decay and vulnerable, but already half on the diffuse.
Nicely done on this one. So they win a round as well, lose the next. Devastating.
And an amazing round from Zelsis. That ult, I love it.
That shot on sight as well, to be fair.
And put so much pressure onto
Good spam from him, and this shot on sight was this one.
Down. And the flicks he had inside
that
here,
is,
the rifle skill
a nice
to pick up
shot.
4. Beautiful awareness, good reaction and protocol from SEN. And they've knocked Leviathan's economy down instantly. I mean, when you win one and lose like that and just get rid of all of the loss bonus,
I mean,
devastating. Yeah,
it's most likely here, you would think, and this is where Sentinels are at, like 1 away from Aspas having his knives. They're going to take B main. But as we can see, it looks like they're going to go take the A1.
Put some pressure on Loud and cause some of that chaos was by getting these lurks in through A. It's so much more difficult to do that when there's a Cypher on the other side. You don't know when you're going to hit a trip or a camp.
One kill trip over towards the side. The dog finds it. Aspas breaks it.
Reluctant to dominate the smoke with Aspas having popped his knives. Could be inside of it. He certainly was.
I hear that dash here. Full control. All for the side here. The Viper's pit though, that's going to be blocking off the screen's angle. It allows King
there's
to
at least
play
one person holding up to a spawn with this.
The actual Astra committing the Cosmic Divide into this. It's on a weaker buy round, a really all-in approach from LEV, and it has to come up with the goods. Aspas, still with the Blade Storm, smoke dropped down. He's just trying to sow some chaos into it, make sure he can play the distraction, but it's all being watched for. 2 players there, still from the main angle. Mazzino a tap onto this one, round to the back, and he does bite back, half on the defuse. Zelsis. The pull wasn't in time for this one. Re-smoked off as well. That's going to be putting this all on the line. The pressure there, Sentinels.
Not the biggest, not the biggest fan of this Astra ult.
That's really bizarre from Leviathan that they weren't allowed
Kyokan,
to.
Thank you so much for the tier 1. Thank you for the 7 months.
They had the pull. The pull was a little late and already allowed half to come on.
Yes, but not tomorrow, Kyokan. I pretty much get there for semi-finals
The retakes from SEN are calm,
Pretty much there for the semis,
controlled.
basically.
They go through the motions, ensure that they punish
Semi-final,
anybody that
and
tries
then I'll
to
do VOD reviews of the
refight
Chinese
for
games.
heaven or swing onto that diffuser. I love the methodical
I
approach.
can't help but think that Astral helped
so
them.
different to last year.
Really well
It at least
drilled.
didn't feel like something they had practiced.
They alternate that defensive setup. It's immaculate. Looking around the ults that they might have too.
So this is one of the first times where Leviathan don't dominate A ramp at the very beginning. Second and 10s were both there, ready to fight it.
It's been re-cleared.
Yeah, Dog is going to re-clear out King. But
Wait, did
I
he?
think this should make it obvious that Lev are playing for mid as well. Right, you don't see anybody over on this side of the map.
In bot. King. Hoping for the timing. That's a showstopper. Around the
9
sideline.
HP, by the way.
King. Oh my goodness, gonna be holding your breath after that.
Yeah.
Tagged up, delayed.
Goes
Zelsis
and
is
meets
there with the snake bites.
Com to
Still
get a hill.
trying to just
Goes all the way back
lock down
up.
Control of this heaven area. Now, there's gonna be that pressure onto John QT. Has to play within his cages, backing away.
Yeah, they really wanted to take the
Point
timing
straight
here,
to
so they didn't
traces.
finish
They're
off the
gonna be
hill.
Storming his position on from the high ground approach. He doesn't know which angle to watch for. How does he get that kill? It's precise. Players into the position. King takes a cheeky one. Bite of the apple. Backs away. Doesn't overstay his welcome.
Excellent timing in the round there from King. He's put his players in an advantage situation. SEN are going to find it difficult here.
Squad.
Heal on line 2. Top these players right back up. Crossfire. All into spawn. How do they deal with this? It's all watched into main. The movement tends, attempting to jiggle and force that fight out, at least isolate it. Has to be given up now by SEN. They realize it. Big player disadvantage. So Lev, great round for them to get themselves back onto their
They'll
feet.
enjoy that. Let's see if Second can get a little bit of damage done.
A really important
They've got to
timing
keep
in
these
the
guns
round.
intact.
Prius?
Yeah, it is
Actual
important.
Prius this
I mean,
time.
They're pretty fine in their current situation. They would still be fine even if they lost another one. But yeah, Lev's economy is only just starting to build up. So they would like to keep it as healthy as possible. A reminder, Leviathan picked the attack side to begin with, right? And this composition, often we've seen it go really well on the attack side. The double duelets can be explosive.
Go and
difficult
Rome.
to
Hello,
deal
mate.
with.
How we done?
But SEN have got a very nice idea of when they want to play retake, how they want to slowly clear out the rest of the map and put pressure on Lev in the post plan. But when you heard the devs talk about the map pool, this is where they were
need
expecting
to
SEN to have the
try and
large
actually
step
string 2 together on this one.
I think that
It's
makes
a big
sense.
round for them.
Well,
Let's see what they got planned.
Consider the
No
amount
ult
of-
for it as well, so
Attention that SEN put into it.
for sure. This was an amazing map for them during the off-season, and it even
Smoke,
looked good.
fake smoke.
It's looked
Wait,
so
they're gonna
winnable in
walk?
the game against Loud. But you could have said that for both of these teams. It's been an extraordinarily tight Group B. SEN are picking this time into reclear B main, which isn't something they've done very
Zelsis.
much of.
One
But
and
here
done.
comes the Trailblazers on both sides.
yeah,
Misses.
handled it well.
No
Instant.
stun.
As soon as he had that dog, he
I think
burked
that
it
one
out of
up
there.
into a follow-up. So Zelsis, does he really choose to press the advantage? Yes, he does. I mean, absolute insanity from him.
Mate, he's
Luckily,
playing with
traded out for Lev.
so much confidence.
You could see there they expected Zelsis to be back in vents. They were trying to put some pressure on him with a flash and a double blast pack.
Sassy gets good info,
takes
and they
contact
did
over
leave B
here.
main earlier,
He's
but he
got
decided to
10s
stick
and
around and
second.
watch it.
The
Still a
youngins of the
3-person
squad
stack. They haven't
back
made
him
much
up.
progress over towards A.
And again, we see King in a position where he'd love to try to get a lurk off, but he just can't get that aggressive. He's worried about running into all of the Cypher utility. There's only 30 seconds here. This may end up in a mad scramble
30
towards
seconds
A,
left.
where John could again play.
Time
to
is
try to win the
low.
round through
He's got
time.
one
There
kill
is
trip on
very
site,
little
and
the
he has a
clock.
cage to
Cage
play
as well,
around
so
as well,
partition
John.
up a section of
Especially with
the
this
site,
flash that goes
20
over towards B
seconds.
main. We've got a rotate
Gonna
coming in.
move on. Dash forwards by Aspas, clearing it up and cutting it up into the side. He wants to take the peek. Trying to play the anti-flash.
Lovely
John!
recovery after getting
Two
it in.
kills. Spike still up into heaven. You got to drop down here. Mazina got to go for this
Yeah,
plant.
It has to be safe.
got time on
Oh
this.
my, round to the corner.
Lev
King
gets up.
trying to exert his control onto this section of the map. At least maintain that control for it, but just locked down into
Yeah,
too
that's what
many.
happened. Dude, John
Unfortunate
did so good on this
positions.
one. They're a little, I mean,
I thought the way that Leviathan were coming through heaven was actually really nice. The flash, Aspas coming forwards.
Yeah, he
and
just had a
John
good
just takes
setup.
a swing timing that completely catches them inside of their utility. The timing plays there from Zelsis and from John, stepping in front of the util to some degree in order to find that aggression, find that timing. It's another round where SEN are able to get off a retake. because their players are just in a great position right as the spike goes down.
There's no hesitancy when I heard that spike going down. I realized they could take the fight of one player out of the action. It's one of the bread and butters of the success of Sentinel so far this year.
What's in the patch?
Making sure they make those correct decisions, not wasting any time in the moments when they matter.
They got it for each map, I guess.
Have a few rifles online into this one. Just Aspas and Com. Potential playmakers. Nade. No way. Com almost blinded himself into the process to follow up with the Morley. Almost with a transfer.
Damn, dude, he nearly got another one on this one. And does.
Still, with the Stinger in close quarters, that's really where it thrives. So Tex, exchange of the weaponry into mid, you can start to calm the round down if you are Lev.
Yeah, they saw at least one. Wait, they saw both, right?
King knows that there's a camera up here.
Because of the nade, so they know they can take B main control at least.
Pressure over towards A heavy.
I don't know that they're all over towards 2-1.
Just using that info.
Yeah, I really like this play from Tens.
To go and take a risk. You could argue it's unnecessary in this kind of
nah,
round.
I think it's fine with the info that they had. A little bit bold, but
even.
Second,
hey, where's he going?
For the walkout. Sees it, first shot. Quite landing to the dome, but it's
now how do they want to play this?
Back away and respect this now plan.
Because Tens could just heavy bait Zekken.
Section to the side here. Lev seeking to reclaim a bit more ground, pushing forwards into
this ult is so good.
Big ult.
It lets Second and Tens know whether or not they're being pressured.
Oh, and a small phase. Mazzino who's just trying to cross into a better position, a better angle. It's all onto Tex really with the rifle. King, what can you do? Only with the Sheriff wrapping around. Attack onto the defuse. Tens, they're picking them apart here, and the damage. Far too weak. Tex just can't make a play. 8 rounds now for Sen.
You are really seeing the advantage here for Sentinels taking the offseason super seriously, drilling all of these setups, protocols. The team is on the same page. They're decisive with each other, not making too many individual moves.
Lev game picked apart. Yeah, they have kind of not looked great on this map, though, to be fair. This has always been the map at the moment that hasn't looked.
But you guys need to not rotate off A. Because remember that Astral here?
And you hear there's Zelsis drilling out what his team needs to be looking out for in round 12. It's not going to be the B-pop, though. Everybody from Lev getting ready to burst into the A site.
Astra ult, they might just send it into ult.
The final round of this first half. How do they take it? Early flash being utilized by Sen. Put some pause and hesitation into the play of Lev. They can't quite gain that ground like they were hoping for, but now taking it in a different direction. Cosmic Divide playing in front of it. Sassy's there, backing. Now away, kill trip, Tex. Just trying to hold this one forward.
There's no way.
Like a Christmas tree, and you can play Rio around the
Tex
roses, weaving in and
furious.
out. Cosmic Divide, it does not matter, will not protect him. Clearance called here by Sen. Pushing down now with the Trailblazer, flash forwards. It's all being utilized, making sure that they can just make this as difficult as possible for Lev. But with the plant down, maybe they can have a go of it. Still, all the players in position onto the post plant, pushed up onto the site.
Someone's just got to frag out.
Complete control for Sen. And it's slow. It's the way the siege goes here. 5 players, they can pick them apart, but Aspas might just be the first one to do it. King alongside him. Filling up the feed and ready. Need more where that comes from. It's all down to Aspas. He can't
nicely
get
done
it
on this.
done.
Once more, the methodical nature of Sentinels there, putting pressure on the people.
Yeah, they even went over towards aiming for the flash over towards site.
Retake.
Zekken maybe went a little bit too early, but other than that, it was
and their defense has, I think, generally been a bit better on split. So there's still chances for Lev in the next half. But in general, this has just been an outplay. Lovely, lovely retakes. Great way to start the match for Sentinels.
Wonderful beginning. You're right, there is still chances for Lev, but this is just domination on their map pick. Elimination came on the line, and we've got Liz standing by with Mama Zekken down in the crowd.
Oh yeah, and this like approved.
Thank you
Dude,
so much,
huge.
gentlemen. I'm here with Mama Zekken. I don't know. Let's go what? What's that?
Let's go, Zekken!
Let's go, Zekken. Now I have to ask you, we've literally watched Zekken grow up as a player. We saw him while he was in high school playing. What has it been like as his mother, watching him grow up as a player?
As a mom, I feel so blessed because Zekken really works so hard, and all the teams too, they're so good. And you know, he's born to play. He's been playing sports since he was 4 until now. So he's really born to play and win. Let's go, Zekken.
Let's go, Zekken. Now I have to ask, because as someone who's also from the greatest state in the Union, New Jersey. Well, I'm not New Jersey's finest. I am New Jersey's dumbest. But I know it's a very far away state. So having Zekken move literally across the country to achieve his dream, what was that like?
It's a lot of hard work, to be honest. You know, we gotta like make sure that we get in touch with the school, the management, and everybody. So, you know, he's a very professional esports player and a very good A student. I feel so blessed that he finished high school with good grades, like A student. I'm so blessed. And until now, you know, make your dream come true, guys. You know, dreams really can happen, you know.
Yes, they can. Now, if Zekken could hear you right now, what would you want to say to him?
Zekken, we're so proud of you. Have fun and kick butt. Bring home the trophy, boy.
Okay, very, very simple words. Well, thank you so much, Mama Zekken. Can we give it up one more time for Mama Zekken? The sweetest. And it has been a wonderful halftime, but we have a game to get back to. So Brennan Saito, please take it away.
Thank you, Liz.
Zekken top fragging, 14 and 5, straight A student. Were you a straight A student in high school, Brent?
I failed the later section of high school, actually.
Yeah, well, that shows the difference between you and Zekken, I think.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to perform up here. Fun fact, Zekken, one of our top players in America the last year statistically, despite the poor performance.
God, we get to see a defense pistol when no one's over towards middle.
Top spots.
Lev are going to need this pistol. Aspas support Sheriff.
Maybe that's actually a bad sign for Lev. Might be a bad sign.
I mean, look how quickly Sentinels have taken fence control.
Zekken. Early bit of damage applied here. Takes one straight to the head, but the heal's online. So
a guy buys heal on pistol.
King with a jump spot, holding the molly, the snake bite. Here's the rumble with the footsteps and just slows it down. But this is a lot of utility. And a lot of players being pulled around at the minute.
Still, though, they create so much pressure.
Really flexible.
Yeah, they should be very happy with this at the moment.
Looking to apply some pressure. This Viper Orb is lovely. Very difficult to work around. You need two players watching either side of it.
Yeah.
Just dragging that attention away of Lev.
And SEN have created
Astra
a
on
nice
site.
Opening for themselves over towards
1
A.
star. But has 1 star out here as well.
Anchoring position into elbow. We've seen many players pop off from this spot, but can he do it too?
An actual fadeaway.
That one, but he'll take it. Sassy, drop down and out of the fight now. Will be the
Wait,
plan.
both of the skies for heal on pistol.
Forwards.
Love this.
Zekken actually giving up the ground when he hears the flash and the footsteps once more following up behind this one, but is it a refight called? He's still holding this one, hoping for the right clicks. Tex finding it. A stun. Now applied. Really finding this one difficult. Risks have to be taken for Sentinels because it's all Lev right now, picking them to pieces. Round into the corner. And how have they managed to find it?
Oh my.
John QT is 4 so far. Ace available, ready and waiting. The crowd is chanting. They want it, they can feel it. Tex shuts it down, but the damage, 18 health, sticking half on the defuse.
Nice, down with 10s. Good timing on the peak.
How have Sentinels pulled that pistol
Yeah,
round
John
away?
did.
They were in a 2v4, I think.
Got to see a replay on this
At some
one.
point during that,
Should not have been possible.
just doubled up from Tens and John Cutie, finding that value in terms of the way that they were playing off each other, using one of the jump peaks in order to set up the other to swing. Crazy good pistol round, and Lever forced to force here. There's no other
Forcing
option.
on the defense.
You're down 10-3.
Oh, man.
You just got to send it.
Stingers.
Investment.
I mean,
Listening to one
they pretty much have a better buy. Got more guns.
Shorts, I think, but all in.
This was without the plant money. Lev on defense side.
Revealing her hands with the early bullets coming through straight through mid. But Sentinel's not eager to fight there. Just that pressure applied.
Concealment.
Set the sights onto B main. Jiggle.
Yeah,
Not
nice
punished
bit
by
of info
Mazzino.
for
He
him.
grabs that info.
Do we see one of the flashes used now over towards A? Yes, we do. Right
How
on
annoying this
cue.
Viper Orb is.
Doesn't hit anyone. They set the raise up.
It's the ground
And
into B main, and a call
yeah,
has been
Raze
made
is going
here
to
right
break
at
the
the
trip
minute
here.
mark.
Rotate coming in.
Well, slightly util with the satchel forward, still using the orb to cross into the site, and they're trying to flood attempt to defend this one left. Will it be enough? Zekken just run straight wide there.
That's mad. They're actually both on each other's
Hell into
crosshair.
the smoke. playing off of instinct. Bat. I'll push back.
Probably that.
4 players up now. Ult online with a neural theft. That's going to be spotting out where any of these potential players are. And second, of course, he jumps on the chat. On remove, 2 players left for LEV, and it's everything that has to be invested. It's a miracle if they win this one. They're going to go for it. You have to at this point. But the crossfire setup is Jiggle Peaks, watching for the high ground angle. They know where the last player is. An impossibility for King. Truly an impossibility. He'll do some damage, but that's about it. Up to 11%.
I feel like with the buy there, they're kind of accepting that. They're kind of accepting that it's done. I swear that shows me that they don't have much faith
down 3
on
to
this
11
split.
with a buy that's just going to be broken from here on out. Whatever they can possibly afford has just got to be invested.
You could
every
easily
time.
go.
And this version of Sentinels looks like they've
11s
learned
have a
from the
full
game
buy.
against Loud and come out with something even bigger,
Rando Jen,
even
thank you
better.
so much. Thank you for the gifted. Over towards Zekken. Thank you for that, mate.
Even
Appreciate
better
you.
and quite bitter for LEV, honestly. Hard to swallow in this instance. You're right, Josh. You know, have to invest it all every single round just to stand a chance. Cautious at the beginning. Seeing that jump spot now.
There.
No King's playing into this tucked angle. As soon as the orb goes down, I'll be the timing for them. They've been waiting for it to go down. That is so damn fast! The dog
Damn,
doing the
he almost.
damage again.
Oh no,
Team
dude, he almost
kill
overtook the
into
dog.
the feed. Tex with that one. Aspas round to the side, but instantly traded off. And this is Sentinels.
Yeah, that was actually so
Storming,
good.
taking the lead,
You
with
swing
big
to
control,
shoot
but
the
they back
dog, and
away.
there's just a
All
guy
in for
directly
the
behind
pause.
it. He was fast with it.
Round.
Smoke was up as well from the Viper, like they were not expecting it.
This is so difficult for Leviathan. With only 2 players left alive, Mazzino's forced to be aggressive in order to try and find some information. But both of the players clearing different routes on the way
I dropped
to
the spike.
from B to A have completely missed the pathing of
It's gonna
SEN.
be an incorrect gamble.
And this makes the round almost
Satchel out.
impossible.
Satchel out.
They'll be in a disadvantaged situation with no idea where the Sentinels
30
players are
seconds
positioned,
left.
trying to pull off the retake. And they've got to go for it. You can't save 2 stingers into the next
No.
and play for overtime, 12-3 down. You got to go for it.
A few advantages here for LEV in this situation. They've got 2 flashes on com. It's planted in a safe tuck position, so the post plan might be able to dealt with. But do you really expect Zekken
Yeah,
here onto the
Lexi.
high ground drops
That
down?
is
Hearing
the
that
plan.
one,
Thanks
Mazzino
so much.
should be comming that one to his team.
Good
Making
sleep, dude.
vulnerable with
Thank
the
you.
cage as well, splitting this one up. Now Com doesn't want to use Util, doesn't want to reveal his hand. He's contacting up into
Player
it, spraying through, but leaves it just down to Mazzino.
Blocking vision.
Early peek here. Smoke propped up, didn't even tap this one, didn't even force the swing and face out SEN. The 12th round is theirs.
9 of them.
One more step.
Yeah.
That's all they have to take.
This is an absolute
Lev got a little bit
classic
unlucky by
from
getting
SEN on this
exposed
map.
so
And yet
early on
these
this
last few
map,
rounds,
and then they tried to
Leviathan's
fast
economy has
fix
been
it
put in a
with
bad
the
position.
sky.
They're having to send
It
whatever they can.
hasn't.
I mean, the way that SEN are bursting through what Lev are doing on the defense side is
It's not
so
there,
nice.
is it?
Every idea is there and tight for Sentinels on split.
Kill them.
And Zekken continues to dominate on the entries, 17-7.
He's the spearhead for the team. Being set up for all of this, and he's delivering. Tap, tap goes King, but the bullets don't land.
down.
I threaten. Orbs over the top, heaven controls already. There's Paranoia, bit of a whiffage there. That was Tensys, I believe, connecting onto him, but Zelts is also being brought down. King into the elbow angle here. No one else to help him. Good movement in the end, but it's traded instantaneously.
I have the spike.
Second gets a kill.
Spike planted.
It's all.
All of these players from Sentinels, very grouped up. A little more awkward for them.
Positioning is, it's a nasty one. You have to try and take the fight to them. That's the cause of that flash out wide. Stun still up. It's being
the
covered.
kill.
Showstopper.
He has
It's
a
well
nade
earned
as
now.
well. The heal comes
And
in.
out wide, playing for the fuse timer, really biding his time. Zekken, he's boasting, he's beckoning them. Come towards me if you dare. But has he bought enough time for the slam dunk finish? Aspas ripping the head off Tens. In through the back now. Zekken, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Double dunk, dodging and juke.
Time is so low. It's done.
Time is not
Damn, nicely done with Sassy Heroes. They actually wrecked him on this one.
what a way to finish with Sassy putting down Aspas. The superstar player from LEV